Hey everyone, this is Moss Bresnahan here again, and in this video I would like to discuss why the ego is the enemy. So you probably heard the word ego, like that appeals to my ego, or I do this for my ego. And the ego is basically not authentically you, but it's like what you think you should be. So society tries to create an ideal image, different societies create different ideal images of what we should be. And we see these things in the TV, social media, the media, things like that, TikTok. I don't really go on TikTok, so I don't know. But yeah, and we have this idea like, oh, well, I should be like this because I see this in the media, when it's really just all, it's marketing. They want you to think you should be a certain way so you can consume, so you can buy. It's a very capitalistic idea. I'm not against capitalism either. I am capitalist myself, and I think capitalism is the only system that works in the long run because it's the most in line with nature and natural selection and things of that sort. But I'm not going to get into that in this video. That'll be for another video. So basically, what I want to talk about here is how you can recognize the ego in your own life and how you can shut it down. But I do want to say that I think some ego can be useful. Not entirely, but the ego can keep you alive because the ego can motivate you and the ego can have you do great things. It's just you need to differentiate the destructive patterns versus the constructive patterns. A constructive pattern would be like, okay, I have this image of myself, a positive image of myself. I view myself this way. So I'm going to adhere to this in order to get this thing in my life. Like that, I think is good. Negative ego would be like, I have to buy all these things. I have to be something I'm not because people won't like me otherwise. It's like, why are you going to be something you're not? Because people you don't even know that well, and they don't know you that well. Like you value their opinion over your own. Like why? Like you've known yourself all your life. You know what you like. You know your interests. You know your hobbies. You know your own soul better than these people. Yet you view their opinion over yours. Why? What causes that? I'll tell you what causes that. The media. The media wants us to care a lot, so in ways it's good, so we can create a functioning society. I mean, you do have to care somewhat what people think. Like, you can't just pull your pants down and show your ass in public. I'm not telling you to do that. So don't go do that in public. Like, well, I saw this guy make this video on YouTube. He told me, like, not care. It's like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Basically, what I'm talking about is you should live your life legally, preferably, and not in a way that hurts others, but do it in a way that you like. Like, what's a hobby you like? What do you enjoy doing? And just do that, you know? Like, what career path do you want? What hobbies do you want? What kind of person do you want to attract into your life? What type of partner do you want to attract into your life? Like, what do you actually want? Not like what you're told to want. Like, what do you authentically want? And get in touch with that. I find it's good to disattach, and this is going to sound a little weird, disattach from your thoughts, because thoughts are oftentimes a collection of things that aren't you. They're just things you've taken in, because we're like sponges. We're very absorbent, and we tend to repeat what we see, and we tend to act like what we're around for long periods of time. Like, for example, you're not going to want to be around people who are really, really dumb for long periods of time, unless you want to be dumber. You want to surround yourself with people who are on the same path as you, basically, and have what you want. And okay, I get it. It can be hard. You can't always find people like that in your area. But you know what? We live in a day and age where we have the internet and we have access to loads of information and loads of type of people. So you can choose what sort of influences are in your life by, choosing what you take in, what type of media you take in. So if you're scrolling on Facebook all day and you're reading negative posts about people complaining about how much they hate themselves and their life, well, you're probably going to hate your life as well, and you're going to be negative too because you're taking in those influences. It blows my mind that people don't realize this. It's like, especially at night, like before you go to sleep and when you wake up is when your subconscious is in fact most vulnerable to outside influences. So, one little technique I've done, and I believe I've mentioned this in other videos or on Facebook or something. I'm not sure, but I'm going to say it again. I don't care. You're going to want to focus on what you want to be and how you'd like to carry yourself. And don't think, oh, well, what should I be? What does society want me to be? What does the media want me to be? well, women like this if I do this. It's like, no, no, just do what you want to do, man. Who cares? Don't be so susceptible to outside influences. Just do what you want to do, and who cares what anyone else thinks. Now, don't do anything bad. Don't commit act. Don't murder anyone. I'm not advocating that. I'm advocating like, just how do you want to carry yourself? How do you want to be? Like, what do you want in life? Like, if you had everything you wanted in your life, how would you act? How would that version of you act? Don't be like, well, I can't give myself permission to be that way because I don't have these things physically. No, 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 no. No. Those things come later. You just want to focus on how you would feel now if you had those things first. The feeling comes first. The feeling is the secret. Das ist dein Erheben. I don't know if I said that right. But anyway, just focus on it. On doers Erheben. Okay, that's right. Doers Erheben. And you will feel good. Die fühlen, fühl die fühlen. On doers Erheben. Erledigt.